Let's kick off a new deep dive episode analyzing the threat and the evolution of InfoStealer malware and Web Skimmer. I will show you how tricky is the topic. Cybercrime has evolved over the decades. In the early 2000s, keyloggers were the primary tool for stealing data. These basic programs recorded keystrokes, capturing passwords and financial information. By the 2010s, more advanced malware like Azorult emerged, capable of harvesting vast amounts of data. Simultaneously, JavaScript-based web skimmers began targeting payment pages, injecting malicious scripts to steal credit card data. Fast forward to the 2020s, and we now see a convergence of these attack vectors. InfoStealers and web skimmers are often used together, creating a dangerous landscape for businesses and consumers alike. How do these malicious InfoStealer programs infect victims? Attackers use various delivery methods. Phishing emails trick users into clicking on malicious links or downloading infected attachments. Bundled software downloads from third-party or unofficial sources often come with hidden malware. Malvertising, compromised ads that directly download malicious payloads. Exploit kits take advantage of browser vulnerabilities to inject malware without user interaction. Drive-by downloads automatically install malware when visiting compromised websites. These infection methods allow attackers to infiltrate systems unnoticed, making prevention even more critical. Web skimmers operate silently in the background, injecting malicious scripts into websites, especially on payment pages. Their primary objective? Capture sensitive data. Many of these skimmers operate within the Magecart ecosystem, a notorious cybercrime group responsible for large-scale breaches in recent years. Section 4. What InfoStealers collect? Visual fourth image data harvesting by InfoStealers. So what kind of data do InfoStealers target? Usernames and passwords granting attackers access to personal accounts. Browser, stored credentials and cookies useful for session hijacking. Credit card and banking details directly leading to financial fraud. Cryptocurrency wallets making crypto a prime target. System and personal data which can be used for identity theft. These stolen credentials are often sold on dark web marketplaces, fueling further cybercrime. InfoStealer malware and web skimmers both are designed to steal data, but they operate in very different ways. So let's explore how they work and what makes each of them dangerous.
InfoStealer malware is typically spread through multiple infection vectors, often relying on user interaction. Attackers trick users into downloading malicious software through phishing emails, fraudulent messages containing malicious attachments or links.
Malicious downloads and drive-by attacks. Visiting a compromised website could trigger an automatic malware download. Exploit kits. Cyber criminals take advantage of browser vulnerabilities to inject malware. Bundled software and third-party downloads. Unofficial downloads often contain hidden malware payloads. Malvertising. Attackers embed malware into seemingly legitimate advertisements, infecting users who simply view them. Once inside, these threats steal login credentials, financial data, and system information, often sending it back to a command and control C2 infrastructure for cyber criminals to exploit. On the other hand, web skimmers work differently. They don't need to infect a user's device. Instead, they inject malicious JavaScript directly into legitimate websites, especially on payment pages.
Their attack techniques include on-end JavaScript injection, injecting malicious scripts to intercept and steal credit card details at checkout.
Code obfuscation, hiding malicious scripts within the website's source code, making detection difficult. Supply chain attacks. Instead of attacking one website, hackers compromise third-party services that multiple businesses use, spreading their malware to thousands of online stores at once. These attacks are stealthy and often go unnoticed until victims see unauthorized transactions on their accounts. By then, the damage is done. Several well-known InfoStealer malware families have shaped the cyber threat landscape. LokiBot steals browser credentials and personal data. Zeus, one of the most influential banking malware families. SpyEye, modular malware designed for stealing financial information. Agent Tesla, a powerful keylogger with extensive data exfiltration capabilities.
TrickBot and CACBot evolving into multi-purpose threats used in ransomware attacks.
These malware families continue to be updated, making them more dangerous with each iteration. Magecart's cybercriminal groups have refined their attack methods over time, combining JavaScript skimming, supply chain exploits, and code obfuscation to silently steal payment data from unsuspecting users. The techniques and breaches are deeply interconnected, revealing a clear evolution in their attack strategy.
Group 1's JavaScript injection techniques led to the British Airways breach, where attackers compromised the airline's payment page directly, skimming data from hundreds of thousands of customers.
Group 2's focus on supply chain vulnerabilities enabled the Ticketmaster breach, proving that instead of targeting one company, attacking third-party services could result in widespread infections across multiple platforms. Group 3's use of obfuscation and dynamic code loading played a key role in the new Egg breach, where skimmers remained undetected for over a month, silently exfiltrating credit card details. Groups 4 and 5 leveraged modular skimming techniques that exploited weaknesses in e-commerce sites like Casio, using obfuscated scripts to evade detection while continuously stealing financial data. These breaches aren't isolated incidents. They illustrate how Magecart adapts and evolves, moving from direct website injections to exploiting third-party vendors and leveraging advanced cloaking techniques. Methods reinforce the need for stronger cybersecurity defenses, emphasizing the importance of proactive monitoring, vulnerability patching, and supply chain security. Magecart's success in fusing sophisticated techniques with strategic targeting is what makes them one of the most persistent threats in the modern digital economy. Cybercriminals are no longer relying on just one attack vector. They're merging info stealers and web skimmers to create a staged, multi-layered attack. This strategy allows them to maximize data theft, ensuring that stolen credentials, financial data, and system access all report back to a unified command and control C2 infrastructure. Magento is one of the most widely used e-commerce platforms, trusted by thousands of businesses worldwide to power their online stores and payment systems. But its popularity has also made it a prime target for cybercriminals, especially Magecart, a notorious group specializing in web skimming attacks. Magecart exploits vulnerabilities in Magento to inject malicious JavaScript skimmers, silently stealing customer payment data. Let's break down how this deadly combination of an e-commerce giant and cybercriminal syndicate has resulted in some of the most devastating breaches in recent years. Small Blue Diamond Step 1. Exploit vulnerabilities. Attackers begin by scanning Magento-based websites for unpatched security flaws or weak admin credentials. Many store owners fail to update their Magento installations, leaving them vulnerable to remote code execution (RCE) attacks. Once inside, hackers gain admin-level access to the site's checkout and payment processing systems. Small Blue Diamond Step 2. Inject malicious code. With access secured, cybercriminals inject Magecart's JavaScript-based skimmers directly into checkout pages. These scripts silently intercept and record every piece of payment data entered by unsuspecting customers. The attack remains invisible as customers successfully complete transactions while their card details are being stolen in the background. Small Blue Diamond Step 3. Obfuscate code. To avoid detection, Magecart groups obfuscate their malicious scripts, making them look like legitimate pieces of code. Some attackers embed their skimming scripts within third-party services used by Magento stores, ensuring they persist even if individual websites update their security settings. This technique allows skimmers to remain undetected for months, continuing to harvest data from thousands of transactions. Small Blue Diamond Step 4. Exfiltrate data. Finally, all stolen payment data, credit card details, billing addresses, CVVs, and user credentials is sent to a remote command and control C2 server controlled by the attackers. This data is then sold on dark web marketplaces or used in fraudulent transactions. By the time businesses detect the breach, millions in financial damage have already been inflicted on customers. What does the future hold for Magecart and InfoStealer malware? Increased modularity, malware will become more adaptable. Enhanced evasion techniques making detection harder. Supply chain exploitation, targeting third-party services. Automation and cybercrime as a service, CAS, enabling even low-skilled hackers to launch attacks. Cybercrime is constantly evolving, and info stealers and web skimmers represent some of the most dangerous threats today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to help spread cybersecurity awareness. Stay safe online, and I'll see you in the next video.